So if you're the sort of person that's interested in how your body works and what you're made of, are you also the sort of person that's interested in how other things work? Do you like taking things apart and figuring out how they work and maybe putting them back together again? My coffee machine's leaking again. I mean, it's had a hard life. It's well overused, but this is probably its final opportunity. I'm going to replace all the O-rings that I can find on the schematics. I've already replaced that brass piece and see if that fixes it. That's not supposed to be there. This is the bottom part of the boiler. It's aluminium, so it's quite soft metal, so I just gave it a brush with a fairly gentle brush. Fresh O-ring. You know, give the O-ring a fighting chance of doing its job. So this is the top part of the boiler, and it has a heating element running around it. So if you get a crack in that heating element, the current won't flow, so your boiler won't work. So those are the two wires carrying current to the heating element. And then up here we've got two temperature sensors, two bimetal strips, I guess, which one will switch off the heater when it gets to the temperature you want for making coffee, and the other one will switch the boiler off when it gets to the temperature you want for making steam, for making your cappuccinos and stuff. These 4 bolts hold the top and the bottom parts of the boiler together, but then underneath they have nuts which I think they're kind of like locking nuts, because I think there's a thread in the bottom part of the boiler, something like that. Actually, I think those bottom nuts to hold it into the chassis. This is the hole where the steam wand comes out for heating your milk, which is the really leaky bit. Doesn't it make you feel better knowing how your day-to-day things that you use all the time work? And they're often actually a lot simpler than you think. Anatomy, taking things apart and finding out how they work. I usually leave fixing bodies to other people, but coffee machines are often within my ability. We'll find out. Let's put the rest of it back together. Just like anatomy, if you're going to take things apart to find out how they work, it's worth doing a bit of pre-reading first. And with electrical things, you have to remember that, sure, unplug them from the wall, but some of them might have capacitors inside and other methods of retaining a charge, so they can still electrocute and kill you, even though you've unplugged them. But I've saved myself some money. I did do my pre-reading, and I've opened up that machine before, and I didn't have to throw something into the bin where it may or may not have been appropriately recycled. All good things. Hopefully it goes without saying that you shouldn't take humans apart unless you're at a medical school or similar, right?